Greetings in the name of Yahuwah and His Son Yahusha Mashiach. My name is Malak Shalomo. Today is the 7th of August 2024. It's 7:54 p.m. Right now I'm in a live trade on gold. So this is the Black Sun strategy where let's put this into perspective. Right, so this is trading from the open. Hold on one second. Right, so you can see we're in a clear downtrend on the intraday, right? So we're coming down here. We're opening at the ETH. So we're in a downtrend in the ETH open here, and that's just a little context. Right. So as we dip down here to minus one VWAP, right? Almost a -2. We made a low here of approximately 2420.1. Then we popped up here. After that, we got the reversal, which is some like a bowling green reversal, right? So you could get an entry here for a long for the bowling green reversal, and that could go up to well, this actually went up to +3 VWAP, right? On the deviation, it's the third upper deviation. So basically, I was looking for a Black Sun strategy because anything that's popping up or retracing in a downtrend is basically good to short, right? So the Black Sun strategy is kind of based on that. So I'm looking for a level, and I found a level here, value area low, Camarilla S3, where I can incorporate this plus V2 level right here for resistance, right? So that dash red line, that's V2, that's V3, and that's plus V1. Right, so we started getting that resistance here. It's a lot of buying inside here, right? We came back down, started to break minus V1, plus V1, and I went short here. Had some nice selling in this bubble right here, but no real volume. But maybe when I open it up, you'll see some volume. So it actually pulled back on me. So my stop is up here, 2425.8, right, and 2425 or 2425.9 probably. So let's see here. And this is the kind of thing here when you enter a trade, right? You start thinking, is this gonna work? Is it not gonna work, right? So right now we're kinda in that decision zone, and it's leaning more to the downside. But sometimes, depending on your strategy as well, you come to this point where you take a trade, right? And where is the deciding factor? Is it really the stop loss that's canceling out the trade, or would it be a break above this level here? For me, it would be a break and sustaining above this level. You could get false breakouts above V2, but I'm looking for some more like a false breakout to stay in the trade, if you get what I'm saying, you know? So this is how I'm looking at it now. So we keep rotating here around plus V1, right? We're getting more selling than buying, but selling isn't following through, because this is the thing, you gotta evaluate your trade on the two sides, right? The both sides. Is the trade working or is it working against you, right? So what seems to be working is that I have sellers pulling us down, right? I have sellers pulling us down, outweighing the buyers. But when the sellers are operating, they're not really breaking down. Like, let's say this liquidity is a target, or this VWAP here is the first target. We're not moving towards that liquidity enough or that VWAP, right? So what I'm seeing here that's working is exhaustion on the ask, no buyers on that red line right there. See that squiggly kind of line that's moving up and down? That's the ask. Right? I'm not seeing much buyers on the ask. No buyers, no buyers. Right? We have buyers up here. But really buyers are not really aggressive. We're getting sellers here on the bid though. So we hit the bid And now you see there was no follow through, right? And some buyers came in here on the ask, and then I guess they got absorbed. So this is the thing. This is the predicament in this trade. Do I just scratch this trade right now because it's breaking above, it's bouncing off my break-even point and pushing up, or do we give it a little chance here to create this lower high, like around here, or come back and retest Camarilla S3, which would be, or that value area low, which would be 24.4, and give us that lower high, or is this the lower high right here? All right, so you can see exhaustion on the ask again. All that exhaustion on the ask, no buyers. Now we need sellers to come through and break through VWAP at strength, right? We need to wipe through this liquidity, which is looking like we're doing. You see how we upped up the game and stepped on that liquidity right there, right? Let me just see how much filled in that bubble. So the volume was 50, right? And the bid was actually 46. So we ate up that bid, right? With four more to spare. Now, this is a good breakdown where we finally came down and we took out the immediate liquidity, right? Now we're popping back up. I didn't want this pop back up to be above my break even or into the structure right here. I wanted the retest to be just at the bottom of the structure, just at the breakdown, right? So we could have popped up, had another bubble right here and just continued. But I don't like this because it has a spring kind of structure to it. Yeah, I don't like that. So right now, what I want to really see is some continuation to the downside here. We already broke that liquidity, heavy liquidity and VWAP. Now that's what I want to see. Heavy selling, big volume, and let's push through -1. Yeah, and I'm not gonna stay for the entire trade, you know what I mean? Let me just show you where my targets are. You can see my entry here is 24, 23, 4. And my first partial will be actually, wow, that's kind of far. But anyway, I'll let it run. This is at -3, and it's actually below -3. So it's at 24. Now let me make some adjustments here. If we're doing that, we're gonna put this above that level. So first take partial is gonna be around 24.19.6. So let me just make an adjustment here as well. 24.19.6. Actually, this was on point. All right, good. So right, that's the setup right there. Right, that's the candle chart setup. Two contracts short from, let's see, it's a little different here. 24 to the 2.6, and on here it's 24 to the 23.3. Sorry, my eyes are going a little haywire. 24, 23.6. Over here it's 24, 23.3. Right, so just a little off. This is the real money right here. You know what I'm saying? This is the eval. So this right here is just to keep up with my journal and stuff. So anything to say trade on Bookmap, and this is my trade platform. You know what I'm saying? So I engineer all my strategies using Bookmap. You know, some of trade and view as well. Got the trade going there. That's Camarilla S3. Let me just point that out. Right, that green line, you see, we get that resistance right there. Camarilla S3 is in a, I believe it's in an inside value relationship. Let me just see here real quick. Right, just gave you all the little breakdown here on Camarilla R3. You see it move down, right? That's Camarilla R3 going across there. Let me just call out some numbers and probably pull that down a little bit. Right, so Camarilla R3 at roughly 2440.3. Camarilla S3 is at, and let's take off the volume pointer control, take off the pivots. All right. And we have Camarilla S3 here at roughly 24.6. Right. And then I was also pointing out something here. 1 second. Right. So we have Camarilla S3 moving up from the previous day. Camarilla R3 moving down from the previous day, creating an inside value relationship, right, from the prior day. So this is where you usually might get some rotational behavior through these levels. But right now we're coming from below that level, testing it and getting rejection for continuation of the downtrend, possibly even to Camarilla S4. Yeah, man. So that's the setup there. Let's see. Let's go back over here. Let me leave you with this. Let's see. My stop is trailing down a little bit here. Let me see if that's good. Yeah, I think we could take. Yeah, that's cool. I think my stop is trailing down. I think every 6 points with it or something like that. I think I have it here somewhere. Let me see. Trailing stop is, man, I'm moving all the wrong stuff. Come on. All right, 10 ticks. And I really didn't want that on there because I want to manually manage that. Not that I want to manually manage it all the time. It's just that sometimes I might not want it to trail down and then I forget sometimes it's moving down and I have to make adjustments. You see, now it's coming back and kind of testing my break even. I don't want it to just push back up here and my stop isn't ready to move down from this top right here. All right, let me just tap on this. So that's my high right there. All right, so I think it's good. It's good. It's still above structure or kind of in line with structure. But anyway, that's the setup right there. As you can tell, I'm not too comfortable with this trade, but I think it's a play that might work out. All right, so that's my short on gold. Let's see, the contract is GCZ4. I think that's the current contract right now. All right, y'all, it's Malak Shalomo. Y'all trade safe and stay blessed.